Hi guys, today in this video we are going to talk about the second largest phone manufacturing company, BBK Electronics, who is holding currently 46% of the market share in smartphones in India. So we will go step by step in the video. Let's just first discuss about how it has got 46% market share in India. So it has basically got four different companies under BBK Electronics and very renowned companies which we all must know, must be knowing. First is the Oppo, second Vivo, third is the OnePlus, and fourth is Realme. So when they started Vivo in 2004, it was a completely music and camera based company. So it won't be wrong to say that this is the company which kind of compelled or forced the other larger brands to have multiple cameras at the back, to cut the price range in their phones. Companies like Apple had to decrease their price in their phones while competing with them. So let's just talk about the success story, the business module of the company. So Vivo basically holds 17% of the market share, Oppo 16%, OnePlus 5%, and Realme 16%. So that's how they create 46% of the market share in India. So BBK initially was BBK is basically a Chinese company who started their business. Very few people know that they started with the educational platform, but that it didn't work out. They have started making music related products, but then they were about to go bankrupt when there was a piracy case registered against them. So Mr. Deon Yingpong uh, has decided at that particular time that he'll be splitting the companies into different parts, so that if any of the child company faces an issue, the parent company will remain unaffected. So this is the reason they have four different companies altogether under the same parent company, which is BBK Electronics. So let's just talk about a bit about the strategy that they have made. So if you see uh, Realme, the phone which is currently now in trend, is very sharply priced. Means it starts from 6,000 and then it goes up till 20,000. So it is very affordable. Currently what they are doing is they are making people addicted to the brand. Then they will for sure gonna rise the price of Realme exponentially. So this is about Realme. About Oppo and Vivo, how they have made the network. They have put tremendous amount of money in terms of marketing. There was memes that if you see the space, take a picture of Earth from the space, all you will see is the Oppo Vivo banner hoardings. So this is the kind of money that they put in terms of marketing. Even in, if you see, there is a Oppo registered on India's cricket team jersey also. So they have put tremendous amount of money in terms of marketing. Also they have given some good value margin to the retailers just to enter in the marketing initially. And this is the term basically which is used as the push marketing, to push your product in the market and then make it famous among the customers. So they have done two things. First is the marketing, a strong marketing. Second is the strategy in terms of giving the margin to the retailers, entering into the market, and also maintaining the quality of the product, maintaining the demand of the people. At that point of time, people all they the phone never used to be a camera thing. Phone used to be of the calling thing. But when they have entered in the market, they have made people addicted to phones, selfies, and stuff. And then due to that only, others brand has also started doing cameras in their back panel, etc. So there are basically we have talked about Oppo, Vivo, and Realme also. Now let's talk a bit about OnePlus. So OnePlus being a higher segment, they have not done any marketing in the OnePlus phone. So firstly, they have started online, selling it online. They have cut the margin of marketing. They have cut the margin of retailing. They have cut the margin uh, of the online and offline marketing both. So they have put all the money in the features. Initially, when OnePlus came in the market, it was one of the phone which contained the highest of the feature. So they have put on the features, all that money which used to be spent on the marketing and stuff, they have given the benefit of saving that money to the customer by putting lots and lots of features into the product. Yes, so this is about their four phones. And what are my learnings through that? My learning, the first and the foremost learning is build your strong network. It goes with us also being a manager. Always create a good network among the customers. Second is always fulfill the demand of the customer. Say for an example, if you talk about the Vivo and Oppo, if you want to buy online, they are there. If you want to buy offline, they are there. If you want to purchase for 7,000, they are there. 15,000, they are there. 40,000, they are there. 20,000, they are there. 60,000, OnePlus is there. So no matter which medium you want to buy, no matter which price range you want to buy, no matter which feature do you want to buy, no matter which operating system you want to buy, they have all with them, everything. So if you talk about Realme, there is a operating system called Color OS, and then in OnePlus it is Oxygen OS. So there are different price range, different platform, different operating system, keeping the customers aspirations in the mind. So first is the network, have good customer network. Second is their fulfilling their demand, taking care of their aspirational values. And third is change the changes everything. As Nokia was not able to do that, they have done it quite in a very good manner. So when the high GB, when the RAM and ROM, the customer demanded that it should be there in the phone, they are there. When they demanded excellent camera, they are there. And then if customer wants a good music system, they are there. And then these are the customer needs they took care of. And then last but not the least learning, fourth learning is have a great strategy, and make a great plan, execute it well. You're gonna make it. Thank you.